habit will make a fool out of you. Your addiction or your habit, man, it'll make you look bad. You know, addictions have several factors, regardless of what the addiction is, several comparable factors. It doesn't matter whether or not it's a food addiction, substance, gambling, pornography. It all has something in common, or several things in common. Is that one? Manipulation. A lot of times when a person is suffering from their addiction, their aim is to manipulate in order to get what they want or to get more of what they want. That's one of the traits. But another thing that it does is that it not only makes a fool out of the person who is addicted, that addiction or the addicted person or the person with the habit will often attempt to make a fool out of other people. And what they'll do is that they will lie in order to get what they want. They'll say anything in order to get what they want. They'll go to the ends of the earth in order to get what they want. And knowing good and well, they're not telling the truth. Here's something else. The person who is addicted or who has the habit listens to their first mind and not their second mind. The first mind is do whatever you have to do, say whatever you have to say in order to get what you want, in order to fulfill the addiction. That's the first mind. But the second mind is this. The second mind is after you get what you want, you fail. The second mind understands the consequences that comes from lying to get what you want. But here's what happens and you know you're far gone when you would prefer to get the money or to get whatever you're aiming to get, and you forget about the consequence. Think about that. In other words, your first mind is so seared until the only thing that you are focused on in that moment and at that time is to get what you want. And then you don't think about the consequences after the fact, the consequences to what's done to your family, the consequences of how people are going to see you, the consequences of knowing you can't pay the money back, the consequences of trying to justify something that you know and everybody else in the room know is crazy. You listen to your first mind to ignore your second mind, only to discover that now when you got to pony up or face your second mind, now you try to manipulate all over again. Listen, my aim is not to throw shade at people who are experiencing addiction. My goal and my intent is to tell you, hey man, hey sis, you got to get some help. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. And the first step is, Shakespeare, I believe, said, to thyself be true. You got to recognize that you are vulnerable. You got to recognize that you are spiraling out of control. And understand this, and this is for all of us, but for the grace of God, there go I. But in order to get help, first thing that you got to do is that you have to acknowledge you got a problem. Second thing you got to do, you got to seek help for the problem. Don't try to self-medicate. Get somebody that can help you with that habit and that addiction, because your habits will make you look bad. Pray this word today gave you strength for the journey.